All right, man, we're going to end this like we always do, showing love and shouting out. T, who you shouting out, dog?
I want to shout out somebody that came across my Google timeline and kind of forgot this brother was in the league and had a very decorated career, high school, college. Probably not the best, greatest pro career, but he retired from basketball and he decided to devote his time to something that's very near and dear to him. And I'm talking about Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And people will remember Kidd Gilchrist was a decorated high school player. He won a national championship at Kentucky. He was drafted by Michael Jordan's Hornets. Back, I can't remember the year, but he was played with AD and everything. Played at the Hornets. Wasn't the greatest career. He's had some injuries and things like that. But as I understand it, he's retired. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't realize the brother had left the league. So the article was talking about him basically growing up or going through life as a decorated basketball player, but being afraid to speak because he has a speech issue. He stutters. So he's devoted his time now going forward after his career in the NBA to working with kids, and he has a camp that he does with kids about speech issues. Stuttering is a big thing. They were talking about how, like, when he's trying to get words out, he would take like an AirPod box and kind of tap it when he gets kind of stuck on something to say what he's got to say. And it's kind of how he helps himself be able to get through speaking to people and just, communicating. Mm-hmm. And he brings kids in that have the same issues, and he has discussions, and he has other people that are there, and he's trying to work towards making getting insurance people and things like that to cover speech impediments and things of that sort, to be able to cover these young people to correct those issues when it comes to communication, speech. And I just thought it was great. I honestly thought it was just a very great thing to see. And I'll be honest, I was intrigued because I haven't heard the name Michael Kidd Gilchrist in a while. So I just want to shout him out for taking the time outside of being a NBA player, because he didn't have to do anything. He was good. He's probably good for the rest of his life. But just to take the time to go do something that he's passionate about, because he even talked about in the article how he was just scared to talk and just scared to just speak. And when he had a good game, he's like, oh crap, I got to speak, And that's the kind of things that people, if you really don't know that people have stuttering issues. Like, I didn't know Michael Kidd Gilchrist had stuttering issues. So that's kind of revealing to me. But I just want to shout him out for just taking the time to do something that he's passionate about, life after basketball. And I just want to give him his flowers right now. Much love to him. I hope he does get his end goal, and that is to get insurances to cover things like that, because that's very important, and that helps a kid's confidence and just everything going forward.
No doubt. No doubt. That's real, man. Great shout out. Great shout out. But the shout out I'm doing today, man, is one that I did not want to do. Probably something I should have done in the past. Just shout out my old teammates just in general. I should have done that. But
I understand.
Want to shout out my teammate Robert Triplett, and I'm lucky to have two of my other teammates still on here with me. My brother Ray Caesar Leo, graduate of St. Joseph in Madison, 2002. Played ball for Keith Barnes. And my brother PT, Thaddeus Reed, graduate with me, graduated with me, '03. Also played for Keith Barnes. We all played with Trip. I think I say this on behalf of the whole team, and y'all gonna say y'all piece as well. But all the rest of the guys that's not on here right now, that Trip, one of the most beloved teammates we had on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Uh, and on our team, everybody was in love now.
That's a
like,
fact.
like,
That's a fact. I'll say it.
Yeah,
and
that,
the more and more I'm studying the game, I see that winning teams are like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see that winning teams are like that with that little, I don't know, that tension there.
Yeah,
But
it's
the
got to
tension
be.
wasn't there with it wasn't with Trip though. It wasn't with Trip. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Trip and Coach with Coach trying to, because Trip was so talented. Like
very
this
much
man
so.
was long. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't uber athletic, but he could dunk and stuff like that. He could run like the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Very fundamental.
Yeah.
Like the whole keeping the ball high stuff and all that kind of stuff, man. He ate that for breakfast. That drill was
yeah,
nothing. That's just what he
yeah,
did. Like, and coach saw that and was, used to push him real hard. But from his teammate standpoint, man, we all love Trip. And that's absolutely crazy, T, that you just did that shout
Right.
out
I was
about
thinking
Michael
of this.
Kidd Gilchrist and stuttering,
exactly,
because our teammate Trip
exactly.
had a stutter.
It's so
But he wasn't
fitting,
gonna
man.
stutter if he got mad at you and he need to cuss you out. He wasn't gonna stutter then. You know
Spot
what I'm
on,
saying?
then, brother.
Right.
Yeah,
No stuttering.
But
yeah,
man, it just messed me up, man. Like it just messed me up. It just scary. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like you can just be here and then you gone. It just that just messed me up, man. Man, what were y'all thoughts, man? What you want to say about Trip? Caesar, I'll start with you, dog.
Yeah, man. When I think of Robert Triplett, when I think of Trip, I just think gentle soul. You know what I mean? I never felt any animosity to Trip. We all competitive guys, right? Especially with those teams that we played on, it was just natural to be competitive in practice and games, just in everything. And not to say that he wasn't. Trip was very competitive, in my opinion, but he was a gentle soul. I never once felt, and I mean this, and I don't say this about everybody, I never once felt any ill will towards Robert Triplett. Um, just a good man, easy to talk to, man. One of just the real nice guys. And I think sometimes you get docked for that, if you know what I mean. Like in this culture we're in, especially as black men, you get docked for being a nice dude.
Right.
And Trip made that cool, man. I'm just telling you. Like when I heard about Trip passing, the first thing I thought is, man, like one of the real good guys left here. And I can't say what I really said to my brother Adam, you know what I mean? But I said some things in short that good people leave here so early and the worst people on this planet get to stay sometime. Right? And if you can read between the lines, you know what I mean. But that's a fact. To watch a guy, man, that's a year older than myself, 2 years older than or 2 or 3 years older than Thad and Wells, it hurts you, man, because you know that's a good man that left behind a wife and a whole family.
Right.
A whole family, man. And so to see his wife mourn publicly on social media, I don't even know his wife personally, but if somebody gets this to her, I need her to know that your husband was one of a kind. He was a real guy and a real nice guy, man. And in this world of just pure evil, that is priceless. Life is precious, but just being a good person in this lifetime right now is priceless. So, Trip, thank you, because I know your spirit is still with us, man. Thank you for being that dude, and to his family. We're here with y'all. We're thinking of y'all. We're praying for y'all, and hang in there, because you had a good man amongst your lives for the time that God granted him. So thank y'all for that.
PT, your thoughts on Trip, man?
The one thing I would say about Trip is he was a teammate's teammate.
Yeah.
When you think about someone that you would want the person that you know to go to war for you at any time, that's Trip. But Trip was not just my teammate; he was my neighbor. So I don't even know if you all remember this, but ninth grade, I wasn't fortunate to have, a vehicle. at St. Joe, and after every practice, Trip would, hey, come on, Reed. We want, I'll drop you off at the crib. And just thinking about those conversations that we would have, and you talked about how Coach, would get on him, and I would just tell him, look, he's just trying to get the best out of you. And when it came to game time, Trip was on.
He was
And
gifted.
it might have been a couple games that Coach called a timeout and like, what's going on? You ain't here. You're not here. But when I think about Trip, that brother was talented on that court, very talented. And the thing that you touched on, being humble, it's still surreal that his parents have to bury a second child. He was just dealing with the loss of his sister, who just passed away about 2 years ago, and it still just doesn't seem just doesn't seem real. But the thing that kind of sticks out to me is that we don't know the hour or the day when we have to leave here, and we just need to make sure that whatever the time that we do have, so that dash that we have when we're born, that we make sure that we do the best that we can, and that we give it all to our family and our friends. And that's the thing that I know that Trip, he did the best that he could. He did greatness on this earth. And unfortunately that God, so saw fit that, he needed to call his son home. But Trip is going to be missed. He is definitely going to be missed. But he did well. He did well here. He shed light on a lot of people. He actually brought a lot of people closer in his way. So I just want to give my condolences to the family, and just know that we're here. We're praying for you. We're here for you. And Trip, we love you, man. We're gonna miss you.
No doubt.
You were coached by Keith Barnes for real, boy. Cause when that guy hit us with that, you don't know the hour of the day.
That's right.
That joker would say that kind of stuff after
every
a
day.
basketball game.
Life lessons, man. Yeah.
But again, and I'm gonna try to send this to Trip's wife, but that was heartbreaking to see.
Yeah.
My brother Ray made me aware of the post that she had made. Her post is what you would want your wife to say about you.
Man, no doubt. Please, man. I mean, wow.
Like all us on here married men.
Wow.
Her post about her husband after that happened is what you would want your wife to say.
Yes.
Basically saying he took such good care of us. She said, I don't know what we're gonna do without him. You don't want that part, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
But that part is understandable. But that last part, he took such good care of us. That's what you want your woman to say. That's what you want your kids to say.
And brother, in her time of pain, it was amazing to me that she would have the strength to say that and say, thank you for taking such good care of us. That right there embodies exactly who that brother is, because I'm huge on spirit, man. So that's who that brother is, to the point where in that very moment, she knew the importance of the impact on not just her life, but people around her, man. And that's the ultimate compliment. That's the ultimate compliment, that your wife would feel comfortable enough in her time of pain to let others know the impact that you have on her and the people around her. That's awesome. That's awesome. Love you, Trip.
Well, on behalf of all of us, on behalf of the whole team, Coach Barnes, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody, man, really at the school. But Trip didn't have an enemy at the school.
Come on now.
Think about it.
Come on now.
Unless we talk about Miss Ashley, but she was,
All right.
she was everybody enemy until she found love our senior year PT. You remember that?
I remember that.
She found love, but we laughing and you got to find humor in his pain. But Trip was a funny dude. Last time I saw him, he was just so happy to see me. And I was happy to see him.
Yeah.
You feel me? just a good dude. So on behalf of all of we wish strength and love to his wife, his
Absolutely.
pop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know his whole family as good as PT know him, but I
Yeah.
know his pop probably be at practice all the time.
At
you know,
every
he might-
practice and every game.
Every practice, every
Yeah.
yeah,
game.
you know what I'm saying? We didn't win the championship. You know what I'm saying? We got close. We made it to the championship game my freshman year. So that was Tripp's junior year. We
Yeah.
went on
Yeah.
that magical run. We all front page of the newspaper. He was a starter on that team. Like, we don't make it to that championship game without that man. He was a starter
Absolutely.
on that team. We had 3 seniors starting. We had a sophomore in Clint Luckett, and we had Tripp, who
Yeah.
was a junior. And
Yeah.
he was an integral part of that team. So we didn't win that championship, but obviously, based on what his wife's saying, Tripp won the championship in life by being a
Right.
real man. You feel me?
Man.
So there it is, man. But we appreciate y'all, America, fooling with us. Make sure you follow us across all social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? That's on Facebook. Put it on something that's on Instagram. Put it on something that's on Twitter, PIOS_100. Make sure you're liking the content, sharing it with as many people as possible. You feel me?
Please.
And from what y'all just heard from us, brothers, make sure you are showing love to your people. Make sure you're giving them their flowers while they can still smell them. You understand? If you're watching this sports show, you probably played sports or something like that. Even if it was just high school, holler at your old teammates. You know what I'm saying? Just get them on Jake. If y'all ain't got any saying fool with somebody you got beef with, you know what I'm talking about. But if it ain't no animosity, no nothing, you ain't heard from them in a while, hey, get together, hoop. You know what I'm saying? Get together, play some flag football, do something, because we all can see it could be gone just like that. You feel me? But we appreciate y'all for being down with us, and make sure you shop with Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement.
Makes a statement.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. One. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.